This will dramatically increase your confidence. It will increase the way you walk through the world. It will increase your ability to receive your intuition, and it'll increase your capacity to receive that which you desire in life. You want to know that every decision you make is one you can feel confident with. I'm going to share with you inside of this video how you can trust yourself to make decisions. So if you've ever felt like you've been asking tons of people on what decision you should make, or you find yourself going back and feeling guilty or regretful or those kinds of things around decisions, inside of this video, I'm going to share with you the power of making decisions and how you can trust yourself to make confident decisions no matter what. My name is Marino, and I am the CEO and owner of Elegant Femme, and I teach women how to live their beautiful soul-led life in a way that's unapologetically feminine. So if that's something that you desire, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, all those beautiful things. And in addition, you can take our Femme Design Assessment, which will share with you the proprietary process that I created inside of Elegant Femme to know which femme type we're operating in and how you can flow through your day and create your beautiful life and more of what you desire in a really beautiful, simple, elegant way. So all of that information will be in the description, as well as our Femme Flow list and how we structure our day the Femme type way. On to this video. You want to know you can make confident decisions so that you can trust yourself, so that you can walk through the world with space, with freedom, with that feeling inside of peace and calm. I want to tell you a little story. It was probably 8 or 9 years ago. And my baby brother and I, we were actually sailing in Greece with my family. My baby brother, right? He's in his 40s, but my brother was sailing with us in Greece, and he had just graduated college, and he was getting ready to make a really big decision. For him, it was a really big decision, and we've all been there, right? It doesn't matter as much what the decision is, but that feeling inside of like, I want to do the right thing, right? How many times are we like, I want to do the right thing. I don't want to make the wrong decision. I want to make the right decision. What's the right decision? Somebody tell me. So he was getting ready to buy his first car. He had had my hand-me-down, my husband's hand-me-down, and this was like his first big real purchase. And I remember him coming to me and saying, Tara, I just want to make the right decision. And he had researched for hours. He had poured so much love into this, and he just wanted to make the right decision. And we sat together and I said to him, make the decision. And then let whatever decision you make be the right decision. This was huge. To this day, he will say that this conversation changed his life so much. And I think this is so powerful for all of us to recognize. Whatever decision we make, when we can allow it to be the right decision, because here's the truth. There is no right decision or wrong decision. That's the truth. There is no right or wrong. Us giving ourselves permission to live into whatever decision we made is the key. I'm going to invite you to really feel the power in this. Let's do a little bit of a journey here, right now. Because if you believe in energy and you believe in the continuum of energy, whatever decision you've made in the past, if it's still holding regret for you, if it's still holding a feeling of resentment, if it's still holding judgment for you, it's affecting your ability to make decisions today. So what I'm going to invite you to do is consider any decision you've made in the past. I have clients come to me inside of Elegant Femme and say, Tara, I invested in a coach, or I invested in a program, or I made this investment in the stock market and it didn't do what I wanted it to do, and it was a bad investment. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of money. And this kind of energy is stopping them from feeling confident in making decisions today. When you look through the lens that every decision is the right. I know we're saying like there's no really right decision or wrong decision. What I'm really saying is there's only an aligned decision. Every decision you make, you can allow it to be the right decision because it is the most aligned for you at the time. So in this example, say you've made an investment in the past that didn't go the way you wanted to go, or you moved somewhere in the world and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it, or you took a job and you thought it was going to be the job of a lifetime and it ended up not being what you wanted and so you left. It's so easy to see through the lens of, oh, that was a wrong decision. But instead, when we slow down and we trust ourselves and we say, I made the most aligned decision I could for myself at the time. And then we sit with ourselves for a minute and we consider all of the things we learned and all of the ways we have grown. What I really love to do, especially if it's some sort of financial decision, say if we invested in something and it didn't turn out, a program, a coach, whatever it might be, I love to add a little zero to the investment and know that I am receiving that much or more in my life because of the experience. I allow every decision to be the right, most evolved, most aligned, most powerful, most supportive and abundant decision for me. So that's where I'm going to invite you to start. Go back in the past, think about maybe two or three things where you have been telling yourself you made the wrong decision, where you have been holding or harboring energy for yourself, and allow it to be the right decision. Look at it through that lens of power, of potency, of abundance, and consider what it is you received and allow it right here, right now to be the most aligned, abundant, powerful, right decision for you. That is going to immediately increase your self-confidence and your awareness now and in the future. If you have found yourself spinning your wheels, wanting to make the right decision, asking people, hey, do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do this? What about this? There is nothing wrong, right, with asking someone's opinion as a reflection. But when we get stuck in this cycle of feeling like we need to make the right decision and we start asking other people what that decision is, we actually lower our self-confidence. We lower our trust and we lower our ability to follow our inner knowing. So then how do we, in those moments when we're feeling that level of confusion or we don't really know maybe even what's most right for us at the time, how do we gift ourselves permission? Inside of Elegant Femme, we utilize what's called the Indie Femme type. And again, you can find out about the Indie Femme type and the other Femme types inside the Femme Design Assessment, inside the Femme Flow List. Here's some questions that'll really support you and some awarenesses that are really important. As women, we have, over time, most of us, stepped away from our intuition. We have gone into our logical mind. We have been taught that if it makes sense, that if we can see an ROI, that if it makes sense on paper, then it must then be the right decision. So we spend a lot of time and energy trying to figure out, what is that? What is that logical right decision? How can I gift myself 100% guarantee that I'm not going to get hurt, that it's going to be correct? And we do this because we're trying to protect ourselves. That's where the idea of even right and wrong comes from. It comes from the idea if I'm on the right side of something, then I'm protected, then I'm safe. If I'm on the wrong side of something, then I'm vulnerable, then I'm open to attack. The truth is, none of this exists. When you're aligned, you're aligned, you're aligned, you're aligned, that's it. There is no other option. So instead of going into the logic and the intellect to ask yourself what the right decision is, I'm going to invite you to get really quiet inside and ask yourself how you feel. Typically, for me, in this kind of experience, it's never logical. Whatever feels most aligned is typically looks crazy, doesn't make sense on paper, doesn't even make sense when I say it out loud, but I feel it. It feels like a calling. It feels like an alignment inside. And watch for that piece of the ego that's like, well, how? How are you going to make that happen? How's that going to happen? And instead of going into the how, pull it back and ask yourself, really, what do I feel about this? What does this feel like inside of me? If I trusted myself completely, what would I say? What would I choose? And then in that moment, allow it to be right. Allow it to be right. Allow it to be aligned. This will dramatically increase your confidence. It will increase the way you walk through the world. It will increase your ability to receive your intuition, and it'll increase your capacity to receive that which you desire in life. When you walk through the world this way, it is a gorgeous, graceful, confident, beautiful woman who is saying yes to what she desires in her life. And again, not getting caught up. Is my decision right or is it wrong? My decision is the most aligned for me at this point in time. And if you ever look back and you say, oh, I would do something different today than I would have then, that's fine. It's fine. You've learned, you've grown, you would make a decision differently, but don't harbor the energy from the past and tell yourself that you made a mistake or you made the wrong decision and beat yourself up and go into guilt and go into judgment, because that energy is going to immediately lower your self-confidence and your ability to make decisions now. So again, quick review, right? Go into the past, choose two things that you've been holding energy against and allow it to be the right decision. Take a few minutes. What did I learn? What did I receive? How did I grow? If it was a money investment, add a 0 to it and let yourself know that you will receive that much or more by allowing this to be the right decision. And then walk through the world this way. Get out of logical mind, out of the intellect, at least at first, because I'm not saying the intellect doesn't have any value. It certainly does. But when we're making decisions, we make them from our intuition. When we make them from that place inside that aligns with our inner knowing and what it is we are feeling, that is what increases our awareness of our self-confidence as we walk through the world. So let me know how this video served you. Share with me your comments below. Remember to check out the Femme Design Assessment to see which Femme type you are predominantly operating in so that you can receive even more of your desires inside of your beautiful soul-led life.